Hey, what is up, you sexy beast? GhostSickness, Tristan here, and boy, do I have an update for you guys. So, as of yesterday, the time I'm making this video, just after midnight, July 4th, Happy Independence Day, Merca. But if you're not from Merca, then just get out, just leave. No, but obviously, I have some amazing news for you guys. Yesterday, I got a call from Best Buy for an interview on Monday at noon. I am so excited for this, okay? So let me give you a little bit of prerequisite, a little bit of background before I talk about how excited I am and why I'm excited and everything like that. Basically, if you guys didn't know, I'm 18 years old, and I've worked at McDonald's for 4 years of my life. I just made a video ranting about it. It's actually pretty funny. I'll link in the description below. And it's actually funny because I got the call right after that video, got posted, a little bit after I left the home and everything like that. I mean, obviously, I'll get into the story about everything that happened, but it was pretty funny. So, anyway, I've worked at McDonald's for 4 years, and ever since I was 14 until I'm 18, because that's the lowest age you can legally work in Oregon and be employed and stuff like that by a company. And so I've worked there for 4 years, and at 16, I tried to leave to get another job, and that other job was Best Buy. I tried to leave for several jobs. I remember I applied to like 7 jobs in one day. It was absolutely insane, and I followed up with all of them, and they went nowhere. So anyway, I was only 16 years old at the time when I started applying for different jobs because I could at that age, and then they definitely went nowhere. But Best Buy was one of them, and it ended up going pretty well, and I thought I was being led on and everything like that. But what happened was I was 16, and you can't work there if you're a minor, and you also can't work there if you haven't graduated high school, basically speaking, unless you know a lot of people there, can pull some strings or whatever. But for the most part, you can't work there unless you are of the age of 18 and have graduated high school. So now that both of those have been fulfilled, I graduated high school and I've been 18 for a little while, I decided to give it another shot. So, a few weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I applied online for 2 positions full-time, and I was like, all right, well, let's see what we can do. Yeah, it was about 2.5 weeks ago, and let's see what we can do, and let's see if I can get this job this time, because I've always wanted to leave for a company like technology-based and stuff like that into what I'm really interested in. Because if you guys didn't know, I'm a nerd. I'm a huge nerd, obviously. I mean, I have this YouTube channel based around it, but I play video games, I sell things, I make, gameplay commentaries, and I just really love technology, and I've always wanted to work in it ever since I was a kid. So now that I finally got that chance, I'm going to let you guys know how I got the interview and why I'm so excited. So like I said, I got turned down a few years ago, and I was on the phone, I think last Saturday, and I gave them a call. I'm like checking on the status of my application. I'm like, hey, so this is me calling, and this is Tristan calling, and I'm just calling to check on the status of my application. I was wondering if I met the requirements for the job and everything like that. And she's like, okay. So she pulled up my file and everything, and she's like, yeah, so it appears that you applied about 2 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, I did. I was 16 at the time, and I was not of the age of 18. I hadn't graduated high school and everything like that, but those are both fixed now. And she's like, oh, cool. All right, well, so I was really glad that she knew that I've wanted this job for so long and that I've applied for it 2 years ago and everything like that, and I totally would have worked it, but I couldn't have. And she was the same hiring manager I spoke to last time, who really wanted to give me an interview but couldn't because I wasn't old enough. But anyway, so that happened, and so on Friday, I get a call. So I'm at lunch with my girlfriend. We're out at a restaurant neither of us have been to before, and we just sat down and we're, getting ready to order and looking over the menu and everything like that. And I hear my phone vibrating in my pocket. Well, I hear and feel it. And it starts vibrating, and I pick it up, and it says Best Buy, because I entered them as a contact number so I could call and check on the status of my application and stuff like that. And I'd called a few times, not overly, but I'd called a few times just to check on the status of my application, and just let them know I'm interested and I really want this job, right? Even though I am currently employed full-time. And she knew that, and when I talked to her on the phone on, the previous week. So anyway, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting a call from them right now. And I told my girlfriend, and she was really happy for me. So I'm like, okay. So I had to step out of the restaurant, because inside the restaurant, it was really loud. People were talking and everything like that. Music was playing, and it was just not a great environment to conduct a cell phone interview with a company that you want to work for and everything like that. So, I get on the phone with her, I step outside, and it kind of quiets down. I'm sitting at this little table right outside the restaurant, and I left my girlfriend there at the restaurant. She can handle her own. She's fine. But I felt really bad about it. I'll get into that in a little bit. So I'm on the phone with her, and she's like asking me questions about my availability, you know, when I could work, and so saying that the full-time position I applied for was closed, and that the, you know, would it be okay to work part-time? And I said, yeah, that's totally fine. I would just love to get my foot in the door and everything like that. And I think it'd be really cool to get this job regardless. And she said that positions that you're already, so if you work for the company, right, positions that you want that are full-time easily fill if you want them. So let's say I'm working at this position part-time and a position for full-time opens up, I can apply there and I'll most likely get it. So I thought that was really cool, and so didn't really have to worry about that because I haven't worked full-time for that long. I mean, it's only been like a month, but I've gotten kind of a good taste of it, and I kind of like how it is. But I would totally be fine economically and mentally just to leave McDonald's and get this kind of experience and stuff like that elsewhere. Even if it's only working, you know, 25, 30 hours a week. I mean, I'd have more time for you guys, more time for streams and stuff like that. Man, I miss streaming and everything like that because I'm working myself to death right now at McDonald's. But anyway, so she's asking me basically questions like that, and then it comes up to, hey, so I was wondering if I could get you in for an interview, and I was like, holy shit, that's amazing. This is awesome. This is all I've asked for. This is all I wanted, because I'll explain why in a little bit. But yeah, this is all I've asked for. I'm like, oh my god, awesome. So she's like, yeah, can you do Monday at anywhere from 12 to 3? And I'm like, fuck, Monday. I work Monday, man. I work all day Monday. So I'm like, shit. Because usually I have Mondays and Tuesdays off, right? And I told her basically on the phones we talked about, you know, when I could start working full time and when I could start doing everything and my availability, because I told her I was employed full time, so I'd have to put in my 2 weeks and everything like that. But after that's all said and done, I mean, I could get through orientation and everything, but then I could start full time. So anyway, we're talking about that, and she's like, okay, well, can you do Monday from 12 to 3? I'm like, fuck, man, I work that day. So I'm like, I don't think I could do that. Is there any other way I could do today, tomorrow, the next day? She's like, no, I mean, the most recent I can do is, the earliest I could do is fucking Monday. So I'm like, okay, all right, well, I'm sorry about that. I don't really know when I work on Monday, so I'll give you a call back. And I felt really bad about this. I really should have checked my schedule ahead of time. So I call up my McDonald's and I say, hey, you know, when am I working Monday? Because I got something really important. I really got to find out now. I don't need my whole schedule. Just when am I working Monday? And so he's like, yeah, you work 11 to 7. And I'm like, okay, good. So I call Best Buy back, and I'm like, all right. And she didn't, you know, and so she didn't answer, right? And so I'm like, okay, well, whatever. So I go back and I sit back in the restaurant with my girlfriend, and then we end up ordering our food and everything, and that's going well. But then, you know, I try to call Best Buy back, and she's busy. She couldn't answer the phone. You know, I talked to the guy on the phone, and I'm like, hey, is the hiring manager available? And he's like, yeah, sorry, she's busy. And so I told him to leave her my information and everything like that. I mean, she obviously knew my phone number and everything, and just said, hey, please give me a call back. I think I could still do Monday or whatever. So yeah, so she gives me a call back right after, you know, we eat and finish our food. And I felt so bad because I had to leave the store for a third time. And I was like, I'm so sorry, babe. I'm so sorry. You know, leaving the restaurant, not the store. But I just felt really bad leaving her there. But anyway, I put my card on the table so they didn't know I'm just walking out, you know, not eating, not paying for my food. I'm not going to leave her the bill either. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, she calls back, and I'm like so relieved. I'm like, oh, thank God. I didn't know if she could call me back today or if she would have. And then we scheduled the interview for Monday at noon. And so I'm like, all right, well, now I need to get my shift covered. And I thought about it, and I'm like, it's kind of ironic. I just made a video about people getting their shifts covered. No, well, not really. No. I have no problem people getting their shifts covered. I have problems with people calling in when they can't get them covered and just being stupid about that. So no, I'm not being hypocritical, but I've never really covered any part of my shift, and I am covering some of my friend's shift tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy long day, or actually today by the time I'm recording this video. 4th of July, everybody, happy 4th. But I'm like, all right, well, god damn it. So so I'm like, okay, well, now I need to get that covered. So after, you know, my girlfriend and I enjoyed lunch, and it was really, really good. It was fantastic. A restaurant we'd never been to before. It was just absolutely fantastic. So, you know, we tip, and then we leave, and then we drive all the way to my McDonald's, and I get my uniforms and everything like that, because we're getting new uniforms, which I think is pretty cool. And then I'm talking to my boss. He's one of my bosses. He's a level above me. He's above shift manager. So I'm like, hey, man, so you know I'm covering you on the 4th of July. I was wondering if you could cover me for just 2 hours on Monday if you're not working. He's like, yeah, I'm not working. And then totally be fine. I'm like, dude, I really appreciate it because I need to cover for personal reasons. He's like, why do you need to cover it? I'm like, I got the interview at Best Buy, man. And he's just like, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll totally cover you. It's totally fine, because he's really cool. He's really supportive of me leaving, as well as my girlfriend and my family and everything like that. They're all really supportive, and they totally understand that I need to advance in my career. I need to advance in stuff I'm interested in, and McDonald's just doesn't have that for me. I mean, yeah, management, I've learned quite a lot, and it's been great, but it just does not have what I'm looking for. So guys, I am so pumped for this interview. I am so pumped to get a shot to land this job. They said it would take about 15-20 minutes. I'm not really worried about it. Obviously, I'm going to study my fucking ass off. I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to look super fly. I have a nice colored blue dress shirt and a nice solid matte black tie that I'm going to be wearing, as well as black slacks and and dress shoes and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be overly fancy. I'm not going to wear a fucking blazer, but I'm going to look great. It's going to be fantastic, and I'm going in there on Monday at noon, and I will tell you guys how it goes, because basically how it works is, so I did the phone interview today, and then Monday I do the first interview with one of the people working the positions, and like an assistant manager, and then I do an interview with the general manager after that, if I nail this interview, right, which I'm sure I'll do fine on. I'm really excited for. Just to get a chance at working this other job. That's all I've really asked for. I mean, I've applied for several jobs recently, and just to get another shot at another job, because I haven't had an interview in 4 years, and that's really the hardest part. That's the 90%, and the 10% is just mailing the interview, being awesome, and hopefully being the best candidate out of the bunch. And so I really hope I nail this and do really well. And so I'm really confident in myself, but let's see how it goes. I'll definitely keep you guys updated with what goes on, because it'll let me know at that interview whether I'm getting another interview or how that's going, or, you know, basically if I land to the third interview, which is the because like I said, the first was on the phone, second it was in person on Monday, and then the third interview I'll most likely have had the job already if I nail the second interview. So guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you so much for supporting me through this. It's really cool. Thanks for having my back, and I'm really excited for this. I'll keep you updated every step of the way, especially on my Twitter at GhostSickness, link in the description below. As always, stay sexy, and remember the fact that I love you. Bye.